listen to what I tell you. To beware. The woods are dark, and they're full of witches.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being with us on Hit the Dice, woo, the most metal show that's metal about role playing. I got to figure out how to make that work. But yeah, thank you for being here tonight. You've got a great group of gamers and a great GM who I'm very fond of. So everything will be great. Great. I promise it'll be great. Before we get into that, I am SM Hillman. You know me as an occasional host of This Week in Indies, and I also host Zero Means You're Dead, and we're looking forward to another Zero Means You're Dead coming up here later in June. And of course, I am occasionally the GM here for Hit the Dice, but not tonight. Tonight I'm a player. So before we get into the game, we've got a couple announcements to make. Shows coming up. So this Wednesday, let me try that. Oh, Joe's got it. Okay, yeah. This Wednesday, we have First Time for Everything, where our host, Juliette Rose, will be interviewing Bobby Nash. I know a lot of you know Bobby, and it should be a great interview. After that, because coming Thursday, I think, we have Words That Kill, Season 3, the final season, hosted by A.S. Stewart. You see on Going Down here and there. And we'll be with Lee Murray this week, so we're looking forward to that as well. And so without further nonsense from me, which is basically all I can spew at this point, I turn it over to our great GM, Jessica Nettles.
Hey. All right, so before we get started, just a few things. Hello, Anita. We're going to go around and just introduce the characters. Where's Ben? I think we've lost Ben, but we're going to introduce the characters and then talk just a little bit about there he is. Talk about what's going to happen to these poor souls who are now Puritans. Let's start with Sean, since he's right at the top of my screen. So, who are you playing? What's going on, man?
I am playing Minister Dancel Rogers, the Shepherd of London, England. God is my co-driver, I guess, of the wagon of life. And I have plenty of wisdom and grace to hand out to both believers and non-believers.
All right. Let's just go across. So, Sarah?
Yeah, so I am playing Reformation Walker, originally from Boston. I am a widow. I am twice widowed. I am in my late 60s, and I am fairly jaded, fairly bitter. I'm going on our journey to go live with my eldest grandson, my eldest grandson and his family, probably living out my days there. And my last marriage wasn't great. So I'm pretty bitter, and love is a lie. And I just kind of want to get there and get this over with.
All right, Misty.
By this, I mean life. I want to get life over with.
Oh, dear.
I'm playing Goodwife Ashes Lathrop of Salem. I am married to a wonderful man, Dr. Andrew Lathrop, and I'm traveling home to see my husband. I've been to visit my uncle, whom I dearly love, and I think love is a wonderful thing. I'm so sorry that Goodwife Reformation does not feel the same, but she does have a bit of a sassy look, if that picture's any indication.
Give
Mm,
it time. You're young.
mm. All right, Jim.
I am Bond, Jebediah Bond, hired to drive the cattle all the way on down. I am Studley, as you can tell from such picture. However, I do have a slight limp from a cow that kicked me not too damn long ago, so I hate the critters. But I will take care of them and drive them on down. But I am a young Studley, 27 years old, so I'm here to drive them cattle hither and help protect this herd of Puritans.
All right. And finally, Ben, who is a newcomer. Yay. We're so glad to have you.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I am playing Samuel Mayo of County Cork, Ireland. He's let's call him a merchant seaman. And he is engaged to Sarah, trying to get back to Ireland, where he's going to settle down and trade in the sea for a farm, which he's not too happy about.
Tough going. All right. So make sure you have some D6, at least 2 of them. You're going to need them basically to do anything that has a reasonable chance of success or failure. You're going to have to roll a D6. Basically, odd succeeds, even fails. The higher the score for success, the better. The lower is worse than for the failure. If you've got something in your possession that will help give you an edge on a task, then you can roll 2d6. At the end of each day, we're going to do what I call the witch vote. And what happens is the whole group will vote to decide who they think the witch is. And whoever is voted witch that day will roll a 2d6 on any social interaction with the fellow team members and take the lower number or the worst roll. And that will be that, for that day. At the end of the 7 days, whoever is considered the witch by the entire group will be turned in at Dover, where we're headed. Okay, does everybody understand?
Yep.
Pretty simple. Okay, so you are
I
leaving.
don't know. I've played with most of this group before. We're kind of clueless.
Yeah, I know. We're all kind of clueless. It's all right.
And you know how I feel about directions.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. We'll just let you do what you do, right? I'm not too
Well, that's
worried
what's going to
about it.
happen anyway.
Well, yeah, exactly. And before it's all over with, we all know what's going to happen with your characters. So if there's any booze involved, there will be, folks. We know what will happen. All right. So you are leaving to head towards Dover, and you're going as a group. And it's day 1, and it's a nice day. It's a little chilly. It's probably late fall, I think. So we're just heading down the road. Y'all kind of know each other because it's a small town, right? So you kind of know each other, but you kind of don't know each other well. So you might want to get to know each other and talk. And there are people coming up and down the road. There's nothing, really going on at first, just, but you're getting out of town. So you might want to introduce yourself to each other, kind of get to know each other, that sort of thing. A few of you have horses. I know the Reverend has a horse. He has a really nice horse.
I have a fine horse.
Really fine horse. Both Misty and Reformation, I think, have wagons. The Jedediah does not.
I just have a mule.
You
No
have
wagon.
a mule. Okay, you have a mule.
I got a cow to ride.
Yeah, and
I have a
don't-
wagon with its
You have a
pulled by a
wagon.
mule, and
Yeah.
it's a small wagon, but I am happy to share the space if anyone requires a ride.
and there are 20 cattle that Jedediah is driving. And then
Oh,
Samuel, I don't think do you have a ride, Samuel? I don't remember. I don't think you do. I think you're walking.
Talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
good
you
with
know,
Leo.
I mean, sailors
Uh,
usually don't feel all that good about horses anyway.
Yeah, I have no horse.
Okay.
So I guess I'll take a ride though.
Okay.
Please,
good.
please do climb aboard.
All right.
I guess I'm just limping along because
Yeah, you driving the cattle.
Oh, say, yeah.
Lots of moos going on and cattle.
save
Meh, meh.
He did say
Um,
he wished to ride a cow.
a cowboy.
Early days, cowboys, right? So you're riding along, and things are pretty.
The minister's going to make sure that the people on the cart, the man and the woman, are separated by a good distance on the cart.
Put Jesus between you,
Yeah.
right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
We ain't gonna have none of that celebrating over there.
I shall be driving my mule, and the gentleman shall be sitting on the back of the cart. There's plenty of space between. He
Yes,
has
but
nothing to be concerned for.
It is not him that I am, or it is not for him that I have concern. Good woman.
I am a married woman.
And I'm just trying to protect your virtue as God intended.
I thank thee.
Tended my ass. I'm gonna self-medicate a little bit from my flask.
No, it didn't take long.
What, 10 seconds flat? Where we go?
If I got to deal with this good reverend the whole damn way, cows are bad enough.
All right, so you head on out, and about midday, you decide to break and take a little bit of lunch. And all of you have food, so you're fine. As you're settling in for lunch, a fellow with a wagon comes by, and you know by the way that the wagon is decorated and it has all sorts of things hanging off of it that this man is indeed a tinker. Keep in mind that the culture of the time looked down on tinkers. Just a side note. So you can respond accordingly. So you might feel a little suspicious about this guy, but he's going to address you. Good morrow. Could I interest you in some of my wares?
No, good sir. No one is interested in your satanic verses. Please be off.
I'll go take a look.
I'm not answering, but I am peering at his cart to see if I can tell what he has available.
I'm lumbering my way towards the cart to go and say, "You got anything to help me walk a little better?"
God could help you walk a little better, my friend.
God's what did this to me. Damn cows.
Pray but give me a moment to park. I may have something in the back of my cart that may help thee indeed. Good woman, I see you checking my wares. Are they searching for something in particular?
No, I thank thee, no. Merely curious.
Curiosity is a good thing, particularly when there are many things to see.
I heard bad stuff about curiosity and cats, but you know how I feel about cats anyway.
No, do share. What do they particularly feel about cats?
Not real fond of them either. They're 4-footed too, and they got claws.
So once you approach the wagon, he shows you a few. He goes through the cursory thing of showing you a few of the shiny things as he walks you back around, away from where the Reverend can see, and then proceeds to show you the whiskey that he has in the back of his cart and offers.
That'll help me walk better.
And you guys cut a deal for a little bit of whiskey for a reasonable price. It's a little overpriced, but you know you're willing because it helps with the pain. and you know.
What else have we got on the cart?
Let's see. He has all sorts of pretty shiny things, necklaces. He has pots and pans. Yes, they do have knives in their feet.
So does the 9-pound Chihuahua that took a chunk out of my arm a little while ago.
Oh, they're nasty. He has wares for he has knives. He has just your usual tinker stuff, you know, things that he's made, things that other people have made, whatever he can sell, basically. He probably has a little fabric.
I probably wouldn't mind adding a knife or two to my collection.
All right. And so you two transact. I won't worry about how much money this is going to cost you because that's kind of irrelevant in this
Could I
case. So.
see the whiskey from where I'm sitting in the wagon?
You see something interesting going on, but you're not sure that it's whiskey. If you want to get a better look, you can get out of the wagon and go investigate.
Yeah, I'll slide out of the wagon, you know, pretend to stretch. Take
Okay.
a little walk over there, see what's going on.
Okay. I mean, if you want to roll a 6-sided and just see if you have perception before
Okay.
you wander over there, I'm willing to go.
I got a 3.
Okay, so that's lower into, let's see, that's a 3, so that's odd, so that's success, and that's high. So yeah, you kind of figure out that, yeah, he's cutting a deal on some of the good stuff.
Okay, yeah. I'll get out, pretend to stretch, walk over. Pull some money out of my chest before I go, and head over and say, well, if you wouldn't mind giving me a bit, I'd love to have a bottle.
And he glances over at the Reverend. It goes, I think I can cut you a deal, and so he cuts you a deal. You get a bottle.
All right.
Anything else you're interested in?
Oh no! Pocket it discreetly and head back to the wagon to put it in my chest.
Aye. All right. Anyone else want to deal with this dude?
Yeah,
there any-
I'm gonna walk over and just not even try to hide buying some whiskey from this guy.
All right. Good wife. I can see you need a little medication for today.
I do. I have many aches and pains and very little patience. What have you got for me?
I think I can provide you with some things that or something that will give you a little more patience.
Excellent.
The tonic of patience right here.
What is it
Oh,
really?
kind of like a good wife.
It's
That's how you
whiskey.
became a good wife.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
The Reverend watching
Well,
all
you
this
should have
happening.
Bob, you should have expected this. You gave the option, man.
Yeah,
All right.
the
Can I-
Reverend.
Oh,
Sorry,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No,
No,
you
go ahead.
started first.
I was going to say the Reverend reads it, or doesn't read. He's just saying a prayer. God, we bring our lament to you, and we mourn with those who mourn and weep with those who weep. We eagerly await the day when Jesus will fully heal all pain. Dot, dot, dot.
Dot, 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 dot.
And he's just shaking his head at you people. You people.
Good wife
And-
ashes.
Can I hear them saying that they are asking for pain medication? Because they're on the other side of the cart, so I wasn't sure if I could hear.
Roll a 6-sided because I'm not sure exactly how low they're speaking, but sure.
Four.
Well, y'all met me.
Or it's even so and it's a high, so you can hear them whispering and you hear bits, but you can't really decide what they're really saying.
Okay.
Yeah, they're keeping it on the down low. So you might suspect that something on the down low is happening, but you can't figure out you can't hear what it is. You can't
Okay.
hear what it is. All right, so the
Is there
three
anything
of them,
amongst the shiny baubles I'd be interested in?
I don't know what Jedediah is interested in. That's the only thing. Would he be interested in buying something for his? Because he's married, so you
Oh, then
might.
he's definitely drinking. Sure, I'll
Oh.
see if there's something shiny for the wife.
Okay, sure. And he has children, so he's definitely drinking. He has a lot of children, so yeah. So
No
bring
wonder I'm
something
out
back.
with driving the cattle.
Yeah, yeah.
That way I can wave that at the good minister and
Yeah,
amble my
yeah,
way back over.
yeah. You can wave that at him, and that way you can look like you're looking good there. All right.
Is it a pentagram perchance? But yeah.
Oh,
I
Lord.
mean, it could be, but no, it's not. It's not.
So on my way back, I sit down. I've been like knitting
Yes.
next to my stuff. And I catch the Reverend's eye and I hold up both my family Bible and my whiskey and I tell him, don't need you anymore. I got it covered.
Oh dear.
So don't bother. Save your sermons for the youngins. I'm good.
Good woman.
Ashes laughs
No.
behind her hand.
Good woman. That the servants of God are always available for when the soot falls from your eyes and you see the light. I shall be there to give you a good talking to.
Boy, I'm 69 years old. If it ain't happened yet, it's not happening. I appreciate your position, but spend your time on someone else.
All the
I
sheep,
love
all the sheep in the flock are worth saving.
Okay.
How about
Even
the
the-
cows?
Even the old bitter ones.
All right.
I open the
So-
whiskey and take a drink right in his face.
Oh,
Damn.
wow. I like her. All right. So the tinker packs up his things and waves and moves on. And you begin your journey, and things are pretty quiet after that. You see a few people roll by, you see some families and some people walking, but nothing really crazy happens. And then, I think so too.
I don't care.
And then afternoon moves into evening pretty quickly because it's late fall and so it gets dark. So you might want to start thinking about making camp. And so you're going to be camping in the forest that night. There's no inn, so you're going to camp in the forest, in the dark, in the night. One thing that you may want to discuss is who's going to take watch when. And that way I can know too. That may come into play
Well,
later.
I can
but
take the
May I have the final watch? The
sure,
dawn watch? All right.
sure.
No, the ladies must get their sleep.
Yeah, I'm up early. I could take any watch really. It's very
Well-
unlikely I'm going to be able to sleep out here, so I might be up anyway.
the leg bothers me all the time. I'll be up,
Yeah.
I'll take that 2 a.m. shift.
Okay, so let's see. We've got. I'm gonna write this down. Jedediah, 2 a.m. watch. Who's taking first watch?
I can.
I guess
I mean, I can.
You can. Okay. Do you want
I
to take?
can. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
I'll take first.
Okay. Sam takes first watch.
I'm gonna go corral up and hobble the cows so they don't go wandering too much.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have them I'm gonna do like a field corral with a bunch of branches and stuff so they can only go so far, but they got room to get down to the creek for water. And
Okay. Okay. He's going to take the third watch. Is the Reverend going to take a watch?
Sure. Of
Okay,
course he is.
Win.
Yeah. Third watch is fine.
Third, Rev, third. And we'll have the ladies take whatever's, morning. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Do I notice Master Bond's limp?
I would assume, yeah, because
Okay.
it's pretty prominent.
I'm going to offer him a tonic of willow bark.
Oh, how nice. That's lovely.
He seems to be in pain. I'm going to offer him a tonic of willow bark to perhaps. I'm sorry, I read somebody's comment.
I just read that too. Oh, goodness. We don't know yet.
I'm quite grateful to you, ma'am.
You're very welcome, sir. If there's anything else that I can do, I have a basic understanding of certain medicine, and I will be more than happy to assist thee.
Well, let me know if you can tell me how not to have so damn many kids.
That I can help you with.
I'm gonna go kind of nestle up on it. I'm gonna get a.
Oh, Bob.
Oh, ow.
Which?
So I guess we're gonna gather up and start a fire here in the middle. Reverend, would
Yeah.
you like to do some manual labor? Or is that beneath your godly exterior?
No, of course I will work the land and the field, just as my voice will work your souls.
How long is this
My
trip?
wife's voice already works me pretty damn hard. That's why I've got 83 kids.
Are you a Catholic? The Reverend will actually look at you like, "Are you Catholic? Have you
No.
been? Has your evil been hiding amongst the flock? You, sir, are a little too papist."
Oh, dear. Already
I
cute.
didn't say they were all with one woman. I mean,
Oh, okay, so you're
driving the cattle.
So you're Church of England then? Okay, got it.
Wow.
And a bunch of them are half cow, but it's all right.
Oh,
Oof.
That's the wrong game.
I retract my statement from Your Honor.
All right.
But yeah, we get a good fire going in the middle.
All righty. And of course, food is cooked and banter is had, I guess.
Not before we pray. Not before we pray. Lord, in the daytime, stars can be seen from deepest wells, and the deep the wells, the brighter your stars shine. Let me find your light in my darkness, your light in my death, your joy in my sorrow, your grace in my sin, your riches in my poverty, of your glory in my valley.
I got
Now you
plenty
can
of
eat.
poverty.
Anything else you
Amen.
want to add to that?
Amen.
Amen.
I don't know what any of that meant.
All righty. So you have your food and you do what the Reverend is definitely prepared. I know, for real. So y'all get settled in, and of course the night falls crashingly, and Samuel's going to take first watch, and it's there's nothing notable happening at this point.
excellent.
So everybody's, which is excellent. First watch goes by successfully. Jedediah's watch goes by pretty well. There's nothing really. There's a lot of mooing going on and snoring. Okay.
Why isn't the
Sure.
preachers always snore?
It's part of the calling. It really is. It's part of the calling. I can say that. I was married to one. I know. Part of the calling. During third watch, during the Reverend's watch, Samuel wakes up. He just sits straight up in his bedroll, and he starts pointing towards the edge of the forest, and he starts screaming.
Me?
Jesus,
Mary, and Joseph.
The Reverend will get out of his seat and he'll, on instinct, he'll go look to see if he can see anything. But he's got one eye on the seaman.
Okay. So what you
I'm
think
reaching for my knife and waking up and rolling over.
Yeah.
Looking to
What
see
you
what
think
cow
you
I'm getting ready to
see,
cut.
what you think you see, Samuel, is you are sure there is a figure at the edge of the forest in a black cloak, and this figure in the black cloak is pointing at you accusingly. Just standing there pointing at you accusingly with a crooked stick. Reformation, you have awakened as well, and you've gone to his side, and you are swearing that you can see the same thing. It is there.
I see it.
Where's the minister?
What do you see?
There's a
There's an
figure
eagle
in the woods.
He's
Perhaps
pointing at me with a crooked stick.
it's your
Do
conscience.
you not see it?
No, I don't see it. It's your conscience that's pointing at you with the crooked stick.
Pissing on my conscience. Reformation sees it as well.
I see it too.
Perhaps because the two of you have been mixing tonics. The tonics are gone to your brain.
It's medicinal. And I haven't had a
When
nip
you say
all night.
medicinal?
I don't see anything. But
the
don't
the
think
Reverend
I'm
will
Do I
even
walk
see
awake.
anything? I'm gonna come ambling over. Do I see anything in the woods?
No, you don't see anything. Do you want to check at the edge
I'll
of the
do a
woods?
perception. You can do a roll.
Yeah, you can do a roll.
I got a 4.
Okay. You don't see nothing. You can keep
I
looking.
lay the hell back down and go back to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm
What?
taking a nip and laying down.
Why are
There's
you going back to
spirits in
sleep?
these woods. Why? How
I
can
wanna
nobody
get
else
a-
see this?
Is the fire still going pretty good?
It's kind of, I mean, it's like late in third watch, so it's kind of lower. It's kind of settled in. It's more like coals, so it's kind of glowing, but it's not like it was earlier in the evening or earlier in the night.
Okay. Is there a stick on fire I can get, like, use as a torch kind of thing?
I mean, you could probably. You could go and
Okay.
look.
I have
Oh, I'm not
a
going to
pan
look. I just
could
want a
throw at
torch.
it.
What? I'm sorry.
I have a pan that I could throw at it. That's all I have.
Okay.
That's my idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll,
you could throw it. You don't see it anymore. It's gone. You
Oh, it's
saw
gone.
it, and
Right.
now it's gone now.
I would like to get the torch and then stand just behind Reformation from where I last saw the figure.
And the figure has disappeared.
Wait, there it is. It's right in front of the Reverend. Look, it's covered in fur.
It looks so dashing.
God.
I'm totally charmed by it.
It's a
Everybody's
damn
totally charmed by
owl.
the figure, and now you're all bewitched forever at the end of the story. We can all go home because it's so beautiful.
good.
All right. So, is anybody else going to go check the edge of the forest?
I'm staying right
will.
by the fire.
The Reverend
Okay.
will, because
I don't know
you
that I'm actually awake. So
I'm gonna take a nip and throw another log on the fire.
I'm gonna go look. Yeah,
Okay.
slowly because I'm.
Yeah.
My movement is
All
very
right.
slow.
All right,
right,
I'm not gonna let the old woman go by herself. I'll go hobbling behind her.
All right.
the Reverend will go over as
No,
well.
thank you.
All right.
Nope.
I mean,
So-
that guy is worthless. That guy is worthless. So. I'll take the cow man with the bad leg.
Okay. So, Ashes, if you want to be awake, you can be. If there was enough noise, you may have awakened, or you may not have. You can sleep through it if you want. It's up to you. The three of you go to the edge of the forest. You don't find footprints. You don't find nothing. There's nothing there.
What do you see out there?
Not a damn thing.
Nothing. No sign of
Reverend, anything you want to
anything.
pray over out here too? Because there ain't nothing here either.
Specters are all in your minds. Guilty
What's come up with
consciences.
me? I'm going to go out with them where they are with the torch.
I mean, you can look around. It's starting to snow a little bit.
Well,
Flurries
I
are
don't want to look
starting.
around. I just don't want to be alone.
Why did we choose winter for this?
This is
How far
mad.
south are we going? I'm gonna get the hell away from the snow.
We're going to Delaware.
Oh,
we're
that's
not going
good, isn't
south. No,
it? Oh,
I should have stayed in Boston.
thought these cows smelled bad on the outside.
My son
Oh,
talked me
no,
into this.
no.
Terrible, terrible mistake.
All right. There's nothing that any of you can see. Are you going to go back to the camp? You might be able to see something in the morning light, maybe.
I'm going back to bed.
I'll try to go to sleep.
All right.
But
If
I'm
anyone
pretty much
would,
up, I think.
if anyone requires, I have a tincture of chamomile that will help you to sleep a little better.
More poison
Thank
from
you,
the pagan
Ashes,
days.
but I won't be sleeping tonight.
As you would.
No, I'm gonna
I got no problems.
take a
with
little
going back
nip
to bed.
of my whiskey, and yeah, I don't think I will be sleeping, so I will stay awake, keeping an eye out.
I will avail myself of your tincture, please,
Oh.
and thank you.
Very happy to, and I'll give her a little vial with a tincture of chamomile in it. So
Thank you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And so day one passes, and we need to do a witch vote. And I am trying to figure out how to do this so that everybody can't see the vote.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are we making this vote as who we the player thinks it is the witch, or as the character, who the character thinks is the witch?
I think we should vote as characters. I think we
Okay.
should vote in character
That
simply
makes sense.
because I think that's going to influence how we vote. I think the characters should be thinking. I think we should be thinking as characters. One of the ways that we can do a secret vote is you could message me through Facebook separately.
Okay.
And that way I can see what your vote is, and then we can proceed.
So we do that now.
Yeah, let's do that now. Okay.
I have to grab my dice real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's funny because the voting as my character is very different from voting as me.
Isn't it interesting?
It is because
Okay.
I already knew who I was going to vote for, and then you said character, and I went, oh wait, so
Yeah.
it changed.
Okay.
I fear that many thoughts of putting stains upon my soul thinking that I slept and supped with the devil.
Okay, our votes are in. Let's see. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to message the person who got the vote for today. And what will happen is you roll a 2d6 on any social interaction with fellow team members for the next day. Take the lower number or the worst roll. So if you have social interaction with these folks, you have to roll the 2d6. Take the lower, and you may fail with the interaction or whatever, basically. So let me see, who am I doing this to? Okay.
Misty, you're gonna have to learn to have a better poker face than that.
No, he called me a red fishy. My hair's not even red right now.
Pink fishy? Is that like a red herring?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Red fishy, red herring. Okay.
So
All
I'm
right.
definitely pink at the moment. So.
All righty. And so day 2 dawns, and everybody's a little bit freaked out.
During my part of the watch, I was going to take the dawn watch.
Yes.
During my part of the watch, I wanted to wander the edge of the woods and look for plants and things that I could collect that I use to make my things.
Okay, that's perfect. You can do that.
Okay.
Everything's pretty much normal. And you can find what you need because you're really good at this. And the woods seem a little darker today. And you encounter there are fewer people traveling out this far.
Did it actually snow overnight?
It snowed a little bit overnight. It's not like what I would say deep snow. It's more like a dusting.
Oh.
But enough to see somebody moving around.
Yeah,
you can. Or anything?
Yeah, nothing moved around in the snow, and pretty much, if there was anything to be seen from last night, it's gone. Between the snow and everything else, you couldn't see it anyway. Just enough snow to make it where it's like, I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna start getting my cattle together.
Yeah, and everybody can start packing up and getting breakfast and that kind of thing. Get ready to go. It's pretty quiet, and it's a little darker today. You're getting deeper into the woods, and it's getting, just in general, it's kind of a darker day.
How are my cattle acting?
So far, they're okay. They're doing cow thing. They're just cowing right along.
Meh,
and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and they're like bumping up against you, that kind of stuff. They're fine.
Bessie already kicked me once. Damn it.
Yeah, none of them want to kick you today. They don't even seem really scary. What?
I'll ask the widow. Didst thou sleep well?
I did. Thank you for asking.
I'm very glad.
All right. So.
How are you this morning, Sam?
Didn't sleep a wink. Actually,
Try
yeah,
some of that chamomile.
now that the sunlight is up, if I can ride in the back of the wagon, I might try to sleep a little bit while we're moving.
Wouldst thou care for a tincture of chamomile? I have plenty.
No, thank you. I have my own medicinal bottle right here.
As thee wishes.
You'll have a headache later.
Just a sip.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna probably take a nip or two of my own.
All right. So, as you set out, the first hour or two is kind of boring, and then a bear wanders across the path.
Oh my.
Good lord.
Um,
Away, foul
no.
beast.
Put out my sewing needles.
the knitting needles are fierce, right?
Yes.
It kind of looks at you for a moment like it might do something. But it doesn't look like it's going to attack. It just kind of looks like it's looking around, and then some baby bears kind of follow it. And she
Aw.
looks back
I'm gonna
at
stop
it.
all the cows to make sure we're not moving any further forward.
Yeah. And then the three of them cross the road and back into the forest, and that's that. They don't attack, they don't do anything crazy. They just walk across the road. Just bears.
Yeah, bears are good eating.
No.
Perhaps we should show some grace to these creations of God today.
Yes, let the mother bear and her babes go by.
I'll take the pair that they didn't that they left us be.
All right. So you continue, and as you're walking, Jedediah notices something shiny on the road. Maybe
All
about
right, what do I
like-
see?
You're not sure at first.
Fresh
It's
bear
just shiny. This
All
is
right,
a
well-
later.
I'm gonna bend over and get down and start taking a look.
Okay. When do you pick it up? Are you going to pick it up?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna look at it first.
Oh, okay. You're not sure. It's kind of halfway in the dirt. It's really shiny though.
All
But
right,
it's
I'm gonna
kind of
pick it
buried
up.
halfway in the dirt. Okay, so you pull it out of the dirt and it pricks you.
Well, ow,
And-
son of a bitch.
Yeah. You realize it's a sewing needle. What's really odd is that it looks like it's been there for a little bit, but it's not rusted at all.
Well,
It looks brand
I'm gonna
new.
wipe it off and stick the pin in my shirt.
Okay.
My wife sews, so I'll carry it home to her.
Okay. It's kind of odd that it's brand new looking. Being in the dirt and everything.
Do I detect anything weird about it?
It's up to you if you think it's weird. I mean, you don't have. I mean, we don't have detect magic here or anything. So I mean,
Is-
it's not D&D.
Are
It's
any
just
of the is anyone here actually a knitter that I can tell? Someone's
I
got
am.
sewing needles, right? Yeah.
I've got
So-
sewing needles.
So I will
I've been
look
sewing.
and see if one of their sewing needles is missing.
I don't think so. I don't have actual sewing needles.
Should I prick a cow with it?
I mean, if you want to.
No, I've already been kicked once. I'm not that dumb.
Do
I
cows
mean, are
generally
you
sell
drunk?
themselves to Satan, though?
And all
They
right.
might be possessed.
Indeed. The dark figure of Lucifer can rest in any bosom. Yeah, like you look directly at the old widow.
Did I bleed
Right,
at all?
but not at
No.
the edge of our camp in the woods, right? Because that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Sure. It's not a double standard at all.
There's only
Isn't
one
it
standard, God's
ridiculous?
standard, and I apply it evenly. Perhaps we should
Alright.
have a prayer to lighten our spirits.
As the two of you are bickering back and forth, a crow lands on Reformation's cart.
I don't have a cart. I just have a mule.
Oh, that's right.
I have a cart.
Right, you have the cart. It lands on. Okay, it lands on Ash's cart. I'm going to just fix this a little bit.
Am I back awake at this point?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You just woke up
Jump out
and
of
it's
the
sitting there. It sits on your cart.
Say, shoo, Master Crow, off you go.
He looks at you and squawks and refuses to leave and just kind of sits there.
Do you talk to
Crow
birds
like-
often?
I have no food for thee. Shoo.
He bounces down towards the end.
Mm.
Samuel, are you still at in the back of that wagon?
I jumped out when I saw the crow, but
Oh, that's
I don't
right.
want to get in close to my stuff either.
Yeah, it squawks at you.
Do
Well,
not
okay,
let
me.
it see that you have food. It will never leave.
Oh, don't mess with
Um,
the crows. They're smarter than most of the people around here and most reverends.
I would,
It
is there
squawks
like a
at
stick close
Jedediah.
by or
But
something?
not all.
It squawks at everybody. It just squawks and hangs out on your cart.
Yeah, I want to get find a stick or something to scare this thing off with.
I wouldn't do that.
It really squawks at you and kind of raises out its wings a little bit, kind of squawks. It kind of pecks at the stick.
Okay, whack it.
Oh,
It
Well, that
grabs
was
the,
done now.
it grabs
All
the
of them
stick with
just-
its beak and kind of wrestles with you a little bit.
What?
Yeah.
Beaten by
And
the
then
Lord.
it flutters up like it's almost going to leave, and then it settles again on the other side of the cart, and it squawks out like out at the forest.
perhaps thou should walk a
Uh,
moment.
I got nothing.
I'm gonna take a pot and my sewing needles, and I'm gonna try to like make noise, try to scare it away.
It squawks to your beat.
See, she's got sewing needles. She's the one who tried to blame the poor drover.
What?
I think
I
she
have
meant
two
knitting
sewing
needles.
needles.
Knitting needles.
Knitting needles. I have knitting needles, and like I'm knitting something. Probably something
It
for
would
my
be really hard
grandchildren.
to-
I'm going to see.
It would be really hard to make noise if you hit sewing needles on a pot. So,
It's all I've
It
got.
depends how big they are.
no,
It depends
knitting
how big
needles.
they are.
Yeah, but
Knitting needles are louder. Yeah.
yeah.
That is what I have. Yes, knitting needles.
It's squawking and strutting up and down the side of
I,
your cart.
Do I have a blanket like
Funky
handy?
bird.
Squawk, squawk, squawk.
I,
Squawk.
I reach in my
Ah.
foodstuffs and pull out a bit of bread
Ah.
and hold
It
it
hops
up,
over.
and
It hops over to you.
I toss it off the side.
Now we'll be
Flutters
overrun
off
with
and
birds.
it goes after the bread. It goes
Okay.
after the bread.
Quick,
And it
everyone,
squawks at you
run.
and squawks like it's
Yeah.
thanking you. And then it flies
Most,
off.
most welcome, Master Crow. Off you go.
It flies off.
That's interesting. They don't usually leave, but
And how well do you know crows that you know what it usually does?
I
Good.
know most birds.
Do you know
Don't-
them intimately?
Is there any bird you know or any critter you know of that's going to turn down a snack?
Thank you. I live on the coast, and all birds, that's all they want is a bit of food.
You city folk, you don't know what these critters want. I mean,
The,
now
There are
that
birds
we're going to get
everywhere.
followed by a bunch of them, but because they all talk, they're like a little bunch of hens. They all talk, and now we're gonna have to feed them all
It's
because
possible.
she had to go feed one of them.
Very true.
Well, everyone was so excited about him sitting on the cart, so I thought perhaps he would leave.
It's
And
a
he did.
highway robber. That's what they do around here. And now you've done paid him off.
All righty. So, do you want to guys want to like stop for lunch? Because it's lunchtime. You can stop. Okay. Lunchtime happens. You're eating lunch. A small family passes in an open wagon that's a lot like yours, Ashes. Just it's a small family. They don't stop. They just keep going. There are two little girls sitting in the back,
I waved
and
to him.
and they wave back. One of the little girls has really, really strangely blue eyes. And she's cradling a little doll very close to her, and she just keeps staring at you, Ashes. Just keeps staring at you, and keeps staring at you. And then just before they turn like the curve, she just points at you for no good reason. And then they turn the corner, and that's it.
That was most unsettling.
Indeed.
Yeah, kids always are. You hatch enough of them, and you're going to have some creepy ass ones, especially for those of us that live out in the woods.
And do any of your 83 children have such ice blue eyes?
At least 5 or 6 of them. I don't remember which mama they belong to, but yeah, if I remember, it's the ones down about Portsmouth. They're all creepy ass kids.
Goodness.
I've seen a good many babies come into the world with blue eyes, but none quite so bright as that one.
All right. So you have lunch, and that was creepy as heck, but you don't know what was going on with that. Who knows?
How many
It's those
knives are in
It's
my
those BMW
set
cart
of
drivers.
knives?
They always are freaky like that.
All right. So, Minister, have you opened your food yet?
Have
Yeah,
I
you
opened
check-
my food
Yeah.
yet?
Yeah. For lunch.
For lunch? No, I have not.
Okay. Just wondered.
I have to pray first, which I do, which I will do. I will pray before we eat.
Okay.
Then I will pray as I open my food.
All right.
I eat really, really fast before he gets the chance to pray.
The words are just as good after as they are before.
Sure.
All right. So you've said your prayer, and now are you opening your food?
Mm-hmm. Stick my hand in my bag or whatever.
This is the worst group of Puritans I've ever been around. All y'all.
Your food is infested with weevils. Wasn't earlier, but now it's crawling with weevils.
So he will let out a which of you cuss damn people put weevils in my food. Very unreverent like. Cuss damn people. And like he'll stomp off and
Are there
just like
weevils in anyone else's food?
Nope.
he'll
Everybody else
just,
is
like, pick it up.
cold.
Reverend, may I offer to share mine?
Your kindness is appreciated. He tries to be authentic when he says that, but it's clear that he's a bit pissed off. But your kindness is appreciated, but I shall eat what the Lord has provided. Thank you.
You can
Protein.
Yeah, you can salvage some of the food, but yeah, it's pretty obvious that it is infested, and
Yep.
you have no idea why.
Oh, I have no idea why.
Okay, maybe you do. Okay.
How many knives are in the set of knives I have in my chest?
Oh, that's a good question. And I don't know if I've got the answer. Let me think.
We could roll for it.
We can roll for it. Let's roll for it because I have absolutely no idea. So let's roll for it.
All right. I got a 6.
Okay, so you interestingly have 6 knives. Sure.
Okay. Hide them all over my person, in the boot, tucked in the jacket pocket, like I'm armed to the teeth.
Absolutely. Totally understand this. All right. So you continue to travel. Nothing else really strange happens yet, but you don't see any more people either. It's really getting kind of dead out here. It's just you guys for a while. It's getting a little colder. Snows a little more, you know. Yeah, and of course it gets kind of dark quickly because it's, late fall. So before long, it is time to start to build camp again for the night. I would assume you're going to keep the same watch as last night, right? Okay. As I would assume Jedediah is going to put his cows up like he did last time.
Yep,
Yes.
I'm gonna pin my cows.
Okay. Okay. As you're kind of pinning them up, one of your cows starts just mooing like crazy, just making all kinds of just bizarro noises. I was
I'm
going
gonna
to
go
try
over
to
and try
find,
to settle her down.
yeah, I was going to go and
Wow.
try to find some weird cow noises and couldn't find any, but weird, yeah, just weird cow noises. And she starts walking in a circle, just over and over again. This goes on and on and on for 10 minutes.
Do I see anything weird going on? Do I see her hurt?
No, she's not hurt. There's nothing going on with her.
What are the other cows doing?
The other cows are just cowing. They're just doing their thing. There's no reason for her to be acting crazy.
Damn it,
Except she
Bessie,
is.
calm down.
You're
You're about to have steaks for dinner.
Yeah, I can imagine they make weird noises. Okay. We gotta move this along. We're an hour in. Okay.
Perhaps she has gas.
Yeah, you sit on the other end of a cow and you find out what they got for gas.
All right. So after 10 minutes, she stops. She stops walking in the circle. She stops moving. She nudges you a little bit. She's fine. She walks off. Nothing wrong with
Crazy
her.
ass cows. That's how I got kicked last time.
So this has happened to you before.
Reverend. Pray over this cow, Reverend, because it needs all the help it can get.
I will pray for the cow.
And, we may as well bless the cow before we have some steaks.
If you want to bless the cow, you can bless the cow.
Oh, you're the Catholic.
Right. Oh no, the secret Catholic.
Excommunicated a long time ago. All right, night falls. Boom. Everything's quiet. There's no man in the woods. Reformation.
Yes.
You have a dream. And I'm trying to decide if I need to just say this out loud or not. Okay, so Reformation, you have a dream about a man in black. He's wearing long jet black robes and he's walking around the entire encampment.
Is his name Johnny?
I wish. He's chanting and calling out Ash's name over and over again. And then you wake up.
What time is it, first of all?
Oh, you probably woke up about 3-4 in the morning. It's it's that cobalt twilight kind of period. So probably 3, 4 in the morning.
Okay. I'm gonna go wake up Ashes, I think.
Okay.
Wake up, wake up.
Yes, yes. What is wrong?
I've had a dream. A man in black has been calling your name, walking around the camp. And I know
My name?
your name.
I am that's most unsettling. What did this man in black look like?
I couldn't tell. He was just wearing all black, calling your name, just circling the camp. And I don't want to scare you, but frankly, I don't know that I trust anybody else here. And I think you should know that this has come upon me. I don't know why, but
Well, I think now I worry for my dear husband. He is alone at home. He is a doctor and of course perfectly capable of taking care of himself, but what if he fell ill and there's no one to take care of him? Oh, I cannot help but be a bit frightened at this time. Uh, I don't know what to do.
neither do I. But I just thought that you should know, just in case. And if you had had any dreams or if anything else happens tonight, you should be aware that you might be in danger. We did see that figure last night, or Samuel did, and I caught a glimpse of it, and it could be related. And
I had forgotten about him. Oh
he was
dear.
very, very real.
Oh, I wish I had seen him, but somehow I did
everyone
not
had seen
hear.
him, yeah.
Oh dear. I don't think that I'm going to be sleeping the rest of tonight.
No, me either.
But how close to dawn is it?
You're within a couple of hours, maybe. It's
Okay.
about 4 a.m.
I think I'm just going to stay awake and watch. Perhaps I'll move closer to the fire.
That was my plan too.
All right. Then we'll go sit next to the fire and talk about womanly stuff.
Yes.
So
Would y'all knock down that hen talk out there? Some of us are trying to sleep.
All right. We need to take another witch vote. It's the end of day 2. And I'm going to try to pick up the pace a little bit. We're about an hour in. All right. So we need that witch vote, and we'll do that like we did before. So, okay. 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 All righty. And I will deliver the news. Let's see. Okay. Why is it doing that? Okay. All right. The vote has been cast. We proceed to day 3. We're going to go a little bit faster, even though I'm really loving this slow burn. Okay.
Wake up with a nip. Wake up the damn cows.
Do
Glare
the
at the old
thing.
women that were nattering by the fire all night.
All righty. All right. Samuel, you wake up this morning more tired than usual. You remember hearing the sound of horse hooves during the night.
Horses.
Yeah. Also, Jedediah, one of your cows is missing.
Son of a bitch.
Uh-oh.
Bessie, if you're missing, I'm gonna go. Do I see where the tracks led?
No, they're just missing. It's just missing.
Oh my.
Look around for horse tracks anywhere, just anywhere, off the road where there would obviously be some.
There are no horse tracks.
Bessie, where you at, that cow? There's no way that cow's gone, and there ain't no tracks in the dirt.
There's no tracks.
And yet,
Whenever we are like all sitting together having breakfast, I'm going to tell at least those two, maybe not, if the Reverend's there, he can hear it, but like I'm going to make sure I tell those two
Okay.
about
your dream.
the dream. If I'm hearing what happened, like the horse hooves and the missing cow, which I assume I am, I'm going to relay that I also had a very strange dream last night. But I'm going to leave out the part where it says her name, though. I'm just going to talk about the man.
Okay.
Does the cow that's missing old Bessie that was running in circles?
Yes.
Okay. Damn crazy ass cow doesn't run off. All right, I'm gonna
It
go.
had to be the crow.
Yeah,
Crow
the crow
came and
carried
took
off
the
the
cow.
cow.
There's a
In other
bad
words,
omen.
you fed the cow, and a whole flock of crows came in and flew that damn cow out of here.
I have
Well, tell me
never
what else.
I have never heard of crows behaving in such a manner.
Your bewitched crows. You fed one of them, so they came in to take one of my cows.
A bit of bread only.
What?
Yeah, it was
Tell
still
me
hungry.
otherwise. Look, you can see all the tracks go back that way. Bessie didn't go that way,
Okay.
and she didn't go anywhere else. So tell me something else. Your damn birds came in here, flew in, grabbed her on by the fur. I mean, they must have taken at least a couple of dozen of them to lift her up.
Perhaps she was spirited away by whatever person on horseback Samuel heard, and maybe that was the same person that I saw in my dream.
Okay.
And
So
do recall we
there's-
saw a mother bear who had cubs to feed.
Did you hear anything in
Also-
the middle of the night?
Perhaps we should not speak of such things.
No, but
Did
I
you
have
have-
I
It
would
is
hear
merely the
24 crows taking a cow into the sky.
It is merely the effects of the strange winter upon our psyches.
My
You
cow's
know-
missing. I'm gonna be accountable. The guy at the end of this trail for missing a cow. He's gonna tell me we had steaks on the way. I didn't get
Oh.
no filet. Reverend,
Also,
this is
for a man who is supposedly working in God's army, you seem very hesitant to actually confront potential evil when it comes into your realm. Why is that?
I'm simply not the superstitious type.
But you believe in Lucifer and demons, do you not? You must.
I do. There is plenty of proof that the devil is afoot.
Exactly.
Reverend,
So can you
I have
not
to agree
believe
with
that maybe
Reformation
that's
here.
what's happening here?
But you are, trust me, I find it, unless you personally have sought Lucifer out, I doubt that he has sought out your souls.
All right. I'm assuming you guys
Why
are
are we
moving as you're
praying
having
as
this
if we-
argument.
Yes.
I'm still
Yes.
looking for my
Okay.
cow.
You guys are moving. You have argued your way all the way to Salem.
I'm still
And
looking
this
for
guy.
my cow.
I don't
It's
It's
gone,
long gone.
sweetheart. It's gone. It's gone. One of the cows is just gone. So as you get to Salem and you go to enter Salem, you are stopped by a minister. in
A
a
worse
big
one than the one
hat.
that was with us.
Yes.
Oh, hey.
More fun.
He stops you. He looks at all of you. Pray tell, you are not going to stay here.
I had
You-
hoped to visit
Minister.
my cousin.
For the night, we are,
You,
of course.
you cannot stay here. Not this evening. There are trials going on. You cannot stay. No strangers
kind of
can stay in
trials you
this
talking
town.
about now?
Trials.
Trials. Unless you
What?
wish to become one of the accused, you will leave.
Be gone from us,
How
Minister.
could we be accused? We have only just entered town.
Ah, but you might have you might be bringing an evil to this town, such as we have seen in previous times. Once again, we are about to begin trials again. You do not need to be here. Shall I search you and find out if you are evil?
I
Well,
can.
let's move on.
I-
Lay no hands upon
Can
me,
we get
sir.
some supplies at least before we move on?
Very aggressive.
So I'm going to try to convince this guy that these, for God knows why, but that this group of people is fine. I don't want their nonsense to
I don't like
rub
people
off
no
on
way. I'm
me.
gonna
So
go-
I will try and convince this guy that these people are fine.
And what church are you with, good sir?
Hold on. Oh well,
What congregation?
where am
Are you a witch
Personally,
finder?
I'm a Dudist, but
I am not a witch finder. I'm a shepherd from wherever we came from.
Okay. He looks
Oh, in
at
Boston.
you.
Yeah, I'm
In Boston.
You're a shepherd in Boston.
I am a shepherd in
I
Boston.
see. Because you are traveling with a shepherd, I will allow you to gather supplies and visit your cousin, but be ye careful, for we are watching all
Uh,
of you at all times. I will be
Very well.
watching.
I'm gonna go find a place to corral the cattle somewhere close by
Yeah.
and go find the local store.
He looks at Reformation like he almost recognizes her, and you almost recognize him.
Hmm.
And he arches his eyebrow, and then somebody calls him from one of the buildings behind him, and he turns and he wanders off.
Hmm.
It could have been much worse.
So
Can I
as-
Running out
like
of time, so yeah. You do seem to think you might know him from a bad time.
Okay.
before anybody moves off, I will just say, speak not of spirits or crows, for their lest their suspicion grows. Boom. There you go. Poet.
I'm looking
I-
for
I-
my cow.
I would agree.
I
All right.
can't believe I'm
If you're-
saying this, but I also agree.
If you're going to shop, do it quickly.
Here.
We're going to try to move through this day very quickly so I can catch up. I don't want to linger for a long period of time.
Oh no,
I'm
we're
gonna take
shopping.
my
We're shopping
chest.
now.
I'll shop now.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
I'm taking my chest and going to the other side of town. I'm not even going in town.
okay,
Like,
that's cool.
I will join you later. I'm going to check on my cousin.
Okay.
I think I'm going to
That's
go
fine.
with Samuel. If he's not going into town, I'm not going to go into town either.
Okay. Who is going to go into town and
I'm going into town. I'm going to the store because I need more rope to deal with these damn cows before another one goes missing.
okay. Reverend, what are you doing?
I'm going to go into town with Jebediah so that he's not accused of witchcraft yet by someone else.
Okay.
Someone
So you're Misty, you go visit your cousin and it's lovely, and so that's fine. The two of you, when you go shop, there's talk of the things that are going on in Salem, and there's discussion of the witch trials, and a name comes up you recognize.
Okay, I'm listening, paying attention.
Yeah, Reformation's name comes up. Good Wife Reformation comes up.
What are they saying about her?
They say she was accused, that she came to trial, that somehow or another, some people say she witched her way out of going through and being killed as she should have. Other people say she was innocent. Nobody knows for sure. But she was accused, but she was also acquitted. There's a lot of discussion about whether or not she bewitched her way out of it or not. But she was acquitted.
All right. So, supplies wise, is there anything here useful? I'm gonna get some rope.
You got some
Uh,
rope.
I'm gonna get some more whiskey.
Okay, you can do that. It's probably not. I mean, it's about as good as what you got on the Tinker's wagon. It's probably not great.
Any chance
Your
of
dad
getting
probably makes better.
any chance of getting something that goes boom, like I don't know, pistol?
It's going to cost you.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have that kind of money? Probably. Yeah. Yeah. You probably have some money. So
Trade a
yeah, you
cow.
can do that. Yeah. You trade a cow. Lose another cow.
I'm not trading cows. That's all right.
Yeah. Okay.
They aren't my cows to trade.
All right.
I'm already missing one.
All right.
I'm gonna blame a bear, but
all right, Reverend, are you buying anything? Or are you just reverending around?
I'll probably ask around about how the trials are going, but mostly I'm just trying to keep my mini flock here out of trouble.
Okay. All right. Nothing else you need to do? Nothing of interest?
Yeah. I feel like the people in Salem can handle their business.
Okay.
you need some holy water there, Reverend?
Wow. Good Lord.
Is he
Church
Catholic?
I need some holy
Yeah.
water.
All
That's
right.
the
You should come to
safest of
town.
you.
All right. So,
As we're walking out, I'm gonna poke the good Reverend. So, what do you think of you hearing the same things I heard in there?
Did I hear the same things?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so he'll nod. Like, yeah.
Well, I guess we got to start keeping an eye on her.
Oh, 2 eyes at all times.
I got cows to watch. I'm already missing one.
Well, then perhaps just 1 eye. Right? The Reverend will sort of nod. But we should keep our eyes on all of our companions. For the devil has a way of flitting like a bird from one branch to another.
You mean like a crow? They carried
like
off my cow?
The Reverend will turn to you very serious, just like a crow.
Oh dear. All right. So you all meet at the edge of town, on the other side of town, and you make your way out. You make your way out of town. About a mile outside town, there is an older woman standing at the side of the road, and she makes the sign of the cross at you and also a sign of protection against evil as you pass. She doesn't say anything to you. She's just doing that. Everything.
Blessings upon you.
Yeah, blessings upon you and protection on you as well. Blah blah blah.
I
Right.
just sent you a message, Jessica.
Okay. I heard a ping. Okay.
Yeah, and you didn't
You can do
respond to the
that.
question I sent earlier either.
Which is what? Oh, I'm sorry.
I
This is
sent you a
what-
private question.
You did send me a private question. Let me see about what it is. Oh, yes, I will. I will.
Okay.
Yeah. I will let you know. Eventually you will. Thank you for asking. Okay, where am I? Okay. So the rest of the day is pretty uneventful, and so you settle down for camp. I'm assuming once again you're taking the same watch as always.
Yep.
Okay. So,
I'll offer Reformation some chamomile. She
I
knows
think-
why.
yeah. Yeah, okay.
I
All
will
right.
gladly take it.
And I'll drink some too.
Okay. So everybody's resting and people are taking their watch. Ashes, while you are asleep, you have a dream.
Oh, what a dream.
You dream that Reformation is torturing the party in their sleep.
Oh my.
And when you wake up, you feel like your cheek has been slapped. Your
Is
face
it
is stinging.
is it warm as if it's inflamed?
Sure.
Oh god. Oh, this is very frightening.
Damn cow carrying crows.
Actually, I have a question. During the uneventful day that we just spent,
Yes.
did the Reverend and Master Bond share their thoughts with us?
Did you guys share the thoughts with
I
everybody?
did.
Okay, so we don't know anything about the rumors about Reformation.
No.
Okay. Then I'll go wake her up and tell her about my dream because she woke me up and told me about hers.
Okay, that's fair.
So I'm going to go wake her up, and I am so sorry to interrupt your sleep,
No, it's
mistress.
okay.
But
All
I too have had a dream. It
Oh,
was
no.
very frightening. In my dream, you were. I'm talking very quietly, but in my dream, you were torturing all of us, and I felt the sting of a slap upon my cheek when I woke. I wonder if someone is attempting to pit us against each other with these evil sendings.
I don't see how it could be any other way. I'm sure you noticed that I was a bit subdued after our visit to Salem, and the truth is, I was once accused of witchcraft. And I don't want to tell the others for obvious reasons, but you, a woman, you have to know what kind of times these are. And I am very scared that it is going to happen again. And I am afraid that I won't escape it this time.
Let us stay together, you and I, and protect each other. All right.
Okay.
Because I do feel that there is evil surrounding us somehow, but I do not feel that it is you, and I know it is not me. So
I don't think it's you either.
thank you. Yes, as women, we need to protect each other. So
All right. It is witch vote time at the end of the day. So make your votes. Oh, okay. Okay.
wait, can I change my vote? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. I've changed it.
Okay. Okay. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Hold on just a second. Let me get myself. Okay. 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 So Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. And so we continue. We are on day 4. We're going to try to get through this. As the morning dawns, the woods are more dark and thick than ever. It is a dim morning. It is still snowing. It's more flurrying than anything else, and it's cold. You're farther out from people than ever before, even though you just passed through Salem. It seems like it's just farther out from people. Really haven't seen anything. Samuel, you wake up more tired than ever. It's like something's draining you. It's
the
so
evil eye.
strange. Yeah. Are you drinking or something, man? Okay.
How you feeling over there, Tom? You got better stuff than me? I could use a better weed nip light if you got better stuff.
Work
I'm
out.
almost out. I
Moo,
should have
moo,
picked up
moo.
another bottle.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I might have
Um,
gotten a little more while I was in town, lad.
Yeah.
Well,
Jim.
pass me some. I need to settle my nerves.
Oh, Lord. All right, Jedediah, as you're doing your cow thing and getting them ready, you notice some moccasin prints. But none of your
Alright.
cows are missing,
I got all my cows though, right?
except for the missing one.
Except for the missing one.
Yeah, Bessie's gone. She's gone. She ain't
All
come
right.
back.
Hey, any of y'all got moccasins with you? Y'all
Uh,
sleeping in your
Mhm.
moccasins?
No.
I wear
No.
only
Well,
my
somebody came
sturdy
through
boots.
camp in the middle of the night.
Yes, only the buckled boots.
Who was keeping watch last night? Because I didn't see anything come through when I was on watch. So who the hell fell asleep?
Was not I.
I saw nothing.
Nor I.
How far are we away from where the fire would be?
I don't know. Let's see. Maybe, I mean, the cows are probably on the edge of the camp, so maybe a good 30 feet, 30, 40 feet, maybe.
So do
Far
I?
enough where the smell wouldn't bother people.
How far can I see footprints?
It's just, basically, it's like it goes kind of on the edge of the road and then off into the woods. It's nothing like, it didn't come through the camp or anything. It was like on the edge of the road and then goes into the woods.
Okay, so it didn't like come through camp. It was just somebody walked by.
Yeah, basically. You just see some moccasins. Or some
All right,
moccasin prints.
We better be keeping an eye out because, well, somebody else is afoot out here. I don't need them stealing any more damn cattle.
Do any of us have weapons? I don't.
Well, I've got my 2 knives.
Are you asking the group? Like,
Yeah, I'm asking, in character.
I have a few knives.
Okay, I just want to know if we need defending, if there's ability to defend.
We'll defend your honor. And that'll
Thank
be good
you.
reverend. Because the good reverend's going to need his honor defended too, obviously.
Well, we all know that.
I can take care of myself. I'm sure you'll see. And he just like pats his Bible and loads up the horse, the very fine horse.
I mean, I've got one of those too, and I pat my Bible, and it's not going to do me any good if someone comes trying to hurt us.
Right.
I would like to pull Reformation aside, and I'm going to say, I think you're a little rough around the edges, but I don't think you're doing this. So here, take this, and hand her a knife, one of the smaller ones.
Thank you.
All right.
Not entirely
Hopefully
sure
do it
how to
discreetly
use
enough
this,
so no one sees it.
All
but
right.
I feel better having it. Thank you.
Y'all begin your journey. It is a quiet day. There's not a whole lot going on. You have lunch. It's cold, but it's not terrible. And then in the afternoon, you meet a man on the road riding a jet black horse. Just he comes rumbling out around a corner, and there he is. He's riding a jet black horse and wearing all black clothes, and they're out of date. They're way out of date.
I try to catch
And-
Ash's eye.
And
I was
as,
just going to say, I'm grabbing Reformation's hand.
and as he rides by on his jet black horse, he doffs his hat at the two of you ladies. He doesn't say a word, and he rides on by.
What does he look like?
Black hair, pale skin, on his big black horse.
That's one
Oh,
of
I
your
don't like
their
this.
crows that stole. That's the leader of the crows that stole my cow.
I mean,
Ah,
and he doesn't say a thing, and he keeps riding.
The
Doesn't even
So y'all in
doesn't
league
even
for
break
that?
pace as he doffs his hat at you ladies.
I
I
admit
can see
that
y'all flushed at his grand appearance.
Don't like that.
indeed that was not what made us flush. He's
They look
frightening.
pale to me.
I mean, he could be Irish, but who knows? He was
He could
riding pretty
be.
fast. Yeah.
Can I? Do I recognize him from my dream or no?
No. No.
Okay. Like I
mean,
don't.
it could be a
He looks
connection.
different, or I just don't.
I mean, you don't recognize him. I
Okay.
don't know that they're the same creature. They could be. I mean,
Okay.
you could make that connection.
I mean, definitely making that connection, unless there's
Okay.
a reason not to.
there's no reason not to. I'm not going to tell you not to.
it's
I
pure
think
Told you
that's
not
the
to eat those
connection.
crows, and that's one of them. Them crows
Pure
are always
su-
evil.
pure superstition. Just a man on a horse being polite to two ladies.
Are you sure he's not Satan? I don't know.
No,
I pray
I'm
they
sure.
speak truth.
Minister, I'm a little concerned about your unwillingness to take this situation seriously.
As am I.
I take the whole situation very seriously. They're studying the trials again. It could be very bad for people.
How far are we from home? From Dover?
Oh gosh, you are about. Let's see. You're about 2 days away. 2.5 days at this point. So you're almost there. A little bit later, you take a bathroom break. Y'all decide you need a bathroom break.
Okay.
So you stop, and you're close to stopping for the day, but somebody really has to go apparently.
Okay.
Bob. All right, so
Oh,
of course,
Patty.
you go in the woods. Okay. Let's see. There's 5 of you. Let me just roll here. Oh, I keep forgetting. I'm gonna roll a different die. That's stupid. I'm gonna be really pissed if I roll the same thing. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ashes. It falls to you. Everything falls on you. I don't know why.
Wanted to
I'm so
fall-
sorry, honey.
Whatever.
It always falls on you. So you go in the woods to pee, right? And you go to this tree, and you go around it, and you find 3 skulls stacked behind the tree. There
What
are no
kind of-
other. They're. It doesn't say in Bob's thing. Bob was not clear enough. There are 3 skulls, so I'm just going to assume. My brain said they were human skulls.
I was going to say any of them
We're
a
just
cow.
going to assume they're human skulls.
And they're
Um,
stacked.
More.
They're stacked like a pyramid. 3 of them is a pyramid.
Oh,
There are no other bones. There are no other bones. There's just the skulls.
I cry out and go running back to my group and say, I know not what this means, but it frightens me. Please come. Please come.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
gonna
go.
go ambling over.
Yeah, the Reverend will go, of course.
I'm like holding on to her and, kind of supporting you. Yeah.
My
Well,
friend.
this ain't befitting. Reverend, we supposed to put him in the ground?
Actually, the Reverend will just kick the skulls over.
Well, that's really kind of
Yes.
unkempt.
Does anything happen?
Like, cast you out, you pagan ritual.
Well,
And you'll
I
kick the
could have
skulls
done
to the
Um,
Oh,
shouldn't we like bury him or something?
Perhaps
Isn't
they
there
were
like a-
criminals left for the and he'll look look at Jebediah, left for the crows.
What's going on
You know,
between
Well,
you
even
two?
so, at this point, ain't nothing else going to be learned from it because you can consecrate some ground and feel better about yourself, Reverend. I
Sure,
can
let's
help
let's
save the
spare
souls of these
let's
poor
spare these
bastards.
poor fellows or ladies, whoever they may be, in a small grave. So the Reverend will.
bury them. We don't have time to wait. We need to get on the road.
They're just skulls. It
This
won't take that
forest is
long.
cursed, and you refuse to take it seriously.
The machinations
I don't
of
want to.
mortal hands are not curses, my friend.
Mortal. Nothing
It's
that's
just-
happened has been from a mortal cause this entire trip.
Either this was one of the natives displaying trophies, or it was some children who. The Reverend stops at that
Children.
point. Is there some children who found some skulls in a
You think
cemetery?
Children.
Have you ever met children? Of course, I think children. I mean,
Ben,
I
I've
used to
met
be
you. I
one.
know you.
Never
Mother.
played with skulls, though.
Well,
Prussian children play with skulls.
Regardless of who might have done this, I agree with the sailor. We should continue moving.
All right. So
Well,
you
we can take them with us and bury them when we get there.
I am.
No.
I'm not carrying them.
I'm sure everyone will feel better if we do not carry the remains with us. I'll throw some leaves on top of them and say a quick prayer. May these heads find their souls and their ways back to the body. So saith the Lord. Amen.
Amen.
All right, let's move on. Poor
All
bastards.
right.
Sucks to be y'all.
All right. So around sunset, you discover a cabin tucked in these dark woods.
If nothing else, I learned you never go sleep in the cabin. I'm gonna sleep with the cows.
There's a whiff of smoke from the chimney, but it does kind of look abandoned. You say you're
Ah,
going to
what
sleep
the
with the
hell.
cows? Okay.
I'm gonna go check out the cabin, make sure there's nobody there to come out and get us.
Okay. Snow begins to flurry around you. And so are y'all going inside besides Jedediah?
I
No.
will stay on my cart and watch him.
Yeah, I'm going to stay outside too.
Okay. Who else is going in?
I'm gonna go over and knock on the door.
Ain't nobody answering.
Any windows to look through?
Yeah, it's dark.
I'm gonna push open the door.
Okay. When you push open the door, it's thick with dust inside, but okay, so how far are you going to go in? Are you just pushing open
I'm
the
just
door?
looking around. How big is it?
It's not very big, but it's big enough that, the five of you could probably sleep there tonight and be kind of comfortable and warm, which would be a step up from where you have been, right?
I'm gonna take a look around. Is there anything I see inside or?
Oh yeah. There's a lot of dust, but there's been a small fire here in the fireplace recently. The coals, there's coals of a small fire. The fireplace is decaying, but somebody had a fire in there, and it was recent enough that the coals are still a little bit warm. And there's a half-eaten bowl of stew that's left on the table. So they were there recently.
Is the stew cold, warm or cold?
Maybe lukewarm.
All right, we're in somebody's yard here.
But
I'm gonna say we keep moving on.
okay. I mean, there's not much
Or we
in
can
the
take
way
over
of
somebody's
anything in
house and
here.
tell them to get the hell out. I don't care.
Okay.
Good
I mean, it's
Reverend,
up to
what do
you.
you think?
Have you checked for secret doors?
I'm gonna roll for traps.
Don't read anything.
Yeah, roll for traps.
Initiative.
Well, how cold do people look? I'll look around. How cold do they look? I mean, right now morale seems a bit low, and a night inside might not be a bad thing.
But,
So
but, what
sure,
if but what if the resident should return and find us all inside his home?
then we'll beg for their forgiveness and ask them to let us stay for the night.
Is there anywhere for our mules to be?
I mean, you could park them right outside. There's not really a barn for anything. I mean, it's just a cabin.
Right.
So, I mean, you could stay in the cabin if you want, or you could camp outside, or you could move on. You guys are actually really, I'm making a executive decision. Y'all are really close to your destination.
Okay.
I mean, if
that's
we're
the
close
case,
enough to get there, then I would vote for just continuing.
yeah, we could push on.
Yeah, let's push on.
Push on.
Let's do one more quick witch vote, and then we're going to be in town because we're pushing 2 hours, and I got word from the boss that we need to move. So I hate cutting it short. We're having a great time.
Yeah.
So make your
This
votes.
is fun, yeah.
Okay. So okay.
The boss says we can keep going.
The boss says we can keep going. Okay. Okay.
Up to you. You're running this game.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to overstay my welcome either. So, I mean, I have to do what the boss says as well. So, I want him to ask me back, is what it boils down to. I love you, Joe. Okay. Reformation. Give me a second. Excuse me. Okay. And Sarah's. Okay. Then. Okay, let me make sure.
Ben, you always look like the suspicious character.
Okay, I guess. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. It's actually giving me like anxiety. Like I'm so into this game that I'm like,
Well, I'm going to give you a wee nip here, lad.
thank you.
Yeah, I've been reading anxiety off of you, Ben, and I'm just like,
I
I'm
know.
doing my job.
I'm
I've been
freaked
really
out,
proud
like,
of
for real.
myself. I was thinking about that, Misty. I'm like, oh my God, it's Cabin in the Woods. I've seen that movie too. Oh my God. Okay, so are you? So since we don't have to rush it, are we going to stay in the cabin, or are we going to? What are we doing? Because we can stay here or not stay here.
We can
I'm
stay
going
here, but
wherever
I'm
the
sleeping
people
on the
are.
couch.
So if they want to stay, I'll stay. If they want to go, I'm happy to go.
I want to be where the people are.
No singing. No, stop that.
Exactly when the merman comment comes up too. Excellent.
I want to
If
be
we're
part
more
of
than
your
a day,
world.
if we're more than a day away from our destination, I would stay in the cabin.
Okay,
I'm-
we're actually I was jacking up things. We've got, let's see, we've got about roughly about 2 days left.
okay. Then I would
'Cause-
stay in the cabin if we
Yeah,
have
yeah,
another,
let's
like
just
if
do
it's
that,
tonight
'cause-
and
yeah.
one
Since
more.
Joe
whatever.
said I could do it, I want to make Joe
Joe
pleased. You know. Okay.
I'm gonna build a fire and sleep out with my cows because I'm used to doing that anyway. I do
Okay.
have 87 kids.
You want to hide from them, right? All right.
So we can leave our mules with the cat in the cow area, probably, or wherever
Okay.
they are.
All right. For those of you sleeping in the cabin, it's really dusty. There's not much in the way of furniture. It's you, yeah. You can bank the fire if you want. There's a table. There's maybe one chair. There's a broom in one corner.
Oh, I'll sweep the floor a bit to
Okay.
make
Okay.
it less unpleasant to sleep on.
Oh, Misty, it's always you, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
So you pick up
broom.
the broom and
Oh wait! Oh shoot! It's a cursed broom.
no, a red stained corn shuck doll falls down from behind it. As you pick it up, it just kind of tumbles out, and it's red stained.
I've got my knife out already, pointing at it.
And there it is.
I reach down and just with one finger, just touch the red ever so slightly. Is it tacky?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take a sniff. Does it smell like blood?
Don't.
No.
Okay, all right.
Does it
What
smell
does
like
it smell
raspberry
like?
jam?
Was it
Don't
breakfast?
lick it.
I'm not.
No, it doesn't smell like raspberry jam.
Okay. What does it
You're not
smell
sure
like?
what it is. You don't know what it is.
Okay.
You're not sure.
That's
It's
interesting.
red stained. It's kind of creepy. Has kind of weird eyes looking back at you.
Do we have a fire going?
Throw it outside.
Yes.
I'm
Burn it.
wipe it off on my apron. So
Don't do that.
I don't want
We
it on
should
my
get rid of
finger.
it.
Oh, you wipe your finger off. I thought you said
Yes,
you wiped
yes,
the
no.
doll off. Okay, that makes
The
more sense.
finger I touched, just the tiny little spot I touched with, I'm gonna wipe it off. Yeah. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Throw it in the fire.
I'm not doing that. You can do that.
In the fire or outside, but we have to get rid of that thing.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll use-
sweep
I don't
it
wanna-
outside.
No. Well, I'll take 2 knives so I don't touch it directly and like chop
I have
stick it over
87
into the
kids. They've
fire.
gotten worse.
I'm loving this.
One of them's birthday's got to be coming up. That'll be
I don't think this is something you want to give your children.
Certainly
I've
not.
not met those little ragamuffins.
Before we part company, I shall give thee something to give to thy lady wife that perhaps will help with this child problem that you seem to have.
I'm still not completely sure they're not Catholic, but you know.
I think at least 2 of them are, but
Wasn't there a song one time about that anyway? All right.
that was
So
88.
what did we finally do with the doll? Did you finally burn it?
Burn
Samuel?
it. Yeah.
You want
Use
the
the
fire,
knives
okay.
to throw it in the fire.
So it goes push, and then that's it. You don't know
Good.
what might happen. Nothing happened. Just went push. All right. So you have dinner. Everybody does their watch. Everybody goes to sleep. It's fine. Everything's really quiet tonight. Everything's really chill. Until that moment where there's a scream that pierces the night. Just maybe about 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to do it because it'll blow my speakers. and scare my parents. Um, there's a piercing scream that cuts through the night, and it wakes your cows, and it wakes up everybody, even in the cabin.
But it's not coming from inside the cabin.
No,
Okay.
It's a
coming
banshee.
from somewhere outside. Well, it could be the banshee. Yeah.
Damn it! I told him not to spend the night here. Another rave going on in the woods.
Right.
So what do you guys do?
Master Bond is outside, yes, with his cows.
Yes.
Okay.
What are the cows doing?
I'll go to the door and
cows
check
are
if
freaking
he's
out.
alive.
Okay. So, are you alive, Master Bond?
I don't know. Am I supposed to roll to see if I'm still alive?
No, I mean you could, but yeah, you're still alive. I guess I'm
I'm
asking you to
cranky as hell.
respond. Yeah, cranky. When are you not?
If it could, I mean, if this could be considered living, right?
You right?
I mean, it's 1 week of your life.
He's aged how much since he's been with us?
I started 27, and I mean, look at the hair now.
Yeah, I mean,
Of course,
my
at
God.
least while he's with us, he's not making more babies.
You
But who
know
knows?
that.
Somebody else might be.
I got to replace the missing cow.
It's a baby?
I'll gently push past the good wife in the door and walk outside.
How are my
With
cows
my-
doing? What
with
do they
my-
do about it?
Like with the Bible in a, gonna crunch you with it. Just rip.
I'll close the door behind him.
Do you push me out or do you let me stay in?
Oh, you can stay in. I'm just,
Thank you.
you know, whatever's going out there can stay out there, you know.
So, what are the cows and horses and mules and chickens and crows and everything else doing with all the screaming going on?
Yeah, I mean, it was just one long scream, and that was it. It happened, and then it disturbed your cows. It woke everybody up, and now everybody's disturbed, even more than they were before.
I'll walk over to my horse and pat my horse and calm it down.
Yeah, it's pretty upset too. Yeah.
I'm trying to just
Yeah.
calm down all the cows and everything else. It's fine. Bessie 2, Bessie 3, hamburger steak.
Right.
Burger steak. I'm gonna take a sip
Okay.
of the whiskey and try to go back to sleep.
Come
All
here,
right.
eggnog.
Okay, so everybody kind of gets back to sleep, yeah. Okay, so day 5 begins. Everybody's really tense today, and the woods seem like they're just closing in on you. It's like it's just really gotten so much more intense now. Samuel, I want you to roll a 2d6 and take the worst of the 2 rolls concerning any and all physical acts for the day. You are so tired and so worn down. Also, you had a dream on top of
Goody.
that. Yeah. You dream, and this dream even bugs me a little bit, so, you know. You dream that one of the women in the party turned into a horse, or turned you into a horse, and then took you for a ride and did all sorts of wicked and evil things all night long.
Which woman?
You are not sure. I could roll and make a choice, but you're not sure, but you're sure it's one of them.
Hmm. All right. I'm not gonna say anything about it to anybody.
Okay. All right. But you are just so tired. You are so tired. You're ready for this journey to be over, and you are exhausted and yuck. Just
Hey,
awful.
Sam, you're looking like you're missing your sea legs there a bit. You all right?
I need to get out of this forest. The
Let
the
me-
evil's been following me since
We all do.
we started our journey.
Let me give you some chamomile to sleep, and you rest in the back of the wagon for a while.
I'll rest, but I'll thank you not to share the chamomile.
It has bothered no one else.
Hmm.
It's true. I've used it all along our trip, and I've slept well, except for the disturbances that we've all suffered.
I'll climb it. I'm not going to say anything else. I climb in the back of the wagon, pull my biggest knife out, rest it on my chest, and keep my other hand in my right pocket.
Okay.
It's kind of funny that it's the two women going, try the chamomile.
Yeah.
Right.
Drink it! Drink the chamomile!
Poor Samuel's
right.
like, get away from
No
me.
trick.
Go away! Yeah. All right. So you guys begin your journey. You begin. Yeah, we suspect him too. All right. So we keep going. We're going through this forest. It's very dark. It's very claustrophobic. All of you are really feeling the weight of this. Close to lunchtime, Reverend, you see a shadow. You think you see something out of the corner of your eye, right at the edge of the tree line. It's a shadowy figure. You think you see it.
Okay, so
Not
I
sure.
will whip my horse around and I will charge at it.
There's nothing there.
Reverend, where are you going?
I thought I saw a soul in distress, but it was nothing but a wisp of cloud and smoke.
All right, Reverend. The devil's getting on you too.
Yes, it's been a while since I've been on a horse, but you typically don't go charging at someone who looks to be in distress.
The
Unless
Reverend
you wish
actually
them
won't-
harm.
I wish harm to no man.
All right. Later
But
on,
but he says that. I'll say that as I trot past.
You're upsetting the cows, and I'm already
Yeah.
missing one.
As he goes past Jebediah, you're like, I wish ill to no man, harm to no man.
later on, a little bit later on, after lunch, y'all are continuing. And I assume Samuel is kind of sitting up and awake at this point, maybe.
Sure.
So you're sitting there on the cart, and sure enough, you see something out of the corner of your eye too. Something at the edge of the road. It's shadowy once again, like somebody's following you.
I will stand up and point the knife out in that direction, just kind of get a better look.
There's nothing there. There's
Hmm.
absolutely nothing there.
The shadow's
Samuel?
back.
The shadow knows.
And it tortures
Shadow.
me.
What
The
shadow?
Reverend,
The shadowy figure from when we started our trip.
From the first night.
Oh my.
Aye.
the Reverend's going to start to pray.
What took you so
That's
long?
wise.
About
Okay.
Like a very casual kind of like, way more casual than he has been, but he's going to pray.
So as the Reverend begins to pray, one of your cows goes into labor, Jedediah.
oh hell. Hang on a minute. About to be number 88.
You get one of your cow. You're getting your missing cow back.
So I'm gonna get down to the position. Hang on, we gotta fetch a cow.
Okay, and this is going to take like several d6 rolls. So you might want
Alright.
to roll.
I really hope
Yes.
it doesn't come out like
One or two
Bigfoot
dice.
or something.
I know.
I know, right?
I feel like it definitely is.
One die.
What is-
It's
what
going
is
to take
about to
one
be
d6,
born
but
here?
you're going to do it several times. So
Okay.
because it's going to be a hard labor.
It's gonna come out
It's
like
cow.
16 pairs of legs.
Right? It's got
Three
wings and
heads.
horns and stuff. Ugh.
That was number 42 out of the kids.
This explains
Your
so
life
much.
is a nightmare.
I'm ready.
Most colorful Puritan ever. Okay, so what did you roll?
I got a 6.
Okay, that's not good.
Ooh.
Keep rolling.
I got a 1.
Okay,
I got a 1.
okay, let's roll a couple more times.
I got a 4.
Okay, one more time. Push.
I got a
Bertha.
3.
Okay. So after a whole bunch of struggle, and you guys are all, I'm assuming you're either, are you doing this by yourself, or are there people helping?
I don't know. Am I getting any help from
I'm
you?
happy
Yeah, I'll
to
help.
help in any way
Nope.
that I can.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. So the cow does not indeed have tentacles, but
But
it does have 6 legs instead of 4.
I knew it.
And it was born alive, but it's clearly not going to make it. It's struggling really hard.
oh,
Damn.
So
baby.
yeah,
I'm going to go ahead and put it out of its misery pretty quick.
yeah. So I mean, you can take that for what it's worth with the legs and the cow dying, or the
So I'm
calf
going
dying.
to pull out one of the knives and put it down.
All right.
I'll say a prayer for the cow.
So will I, but like really secretly, so the Reverend doesn't see.
Deal for dinner.
Ugh.
I
No,
don't
thank
think
you.
it would be wise to eat this baby.
No, agreed. But we can certainly bury it if we wish.
Oh,
Please.
you'll bury the cow, but you won't bury the poor men. But
Right.
yeah, I'm good to bury this poor child of
Your
this
You
cow.
poor
are,
cow.
Child of your adventurous life.
Well, I mean, the middle 2 legs are the dancer's legs. That would go. Never mind.
Anyway.
All right. So I'm gonna bury the calf.
All righty. All right, let me go back and check and see.
May God show mercy in his infinite wisdom for this bedeviled creature and for the wicked adventure that brought it to a terrible fate.
Amen.
Amen.
And I'm kind of
All right.
sad about my calf.
It is sad. It is very sad. All right, so that passes, and you decide it's almost dark now, so you can camp. So camp starts. Y'all have dinner. Everything settles down. Sam is on first watch as usual, even though he's very, very tired. And
I'm
as
gonna
you're
offer to take his first watch too because he just looks useless.
Okay. y'all work it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll sleep
Okay.
the whole time. Absolutely.
Okay. So Jedediah is taking first watch. And as you're sitting there and everybody else is sleeping, you smell smoke, and it's not coming from y'all's fire. You smell smoke, and you kind of look around, and in the distance in the forest, somewhere a little farther off, you see fire. You see a fire going. You see a fire going. Not loose. It looks like maybe another encampment. But you're not sure. But it's kind of in the distance. Do you want to check it out? Do
I'm
you wanna
gonna poke the Reverend and tell him I'm heading over to check this thing out.
Be careful.
Well, if I'm not back in a few minutes, let my wife, the 87 kids know and make sure the cows get to, where they got to go. I'll be back in a few minutes. So I'm going to head towards the fire, but I'm holding a knife in my hand
Okay. So
as
you
I
cut.
hobble across the way.
All right. So you amble through the forest, and eventually you come to where you saw that the fire was. You get there. The fire has been recently abandoned. Whoever was there probably heard you coming.
Did I see anything else or just the fire?
No, just the fire that was kind of sort of kicked out really fast. They didn't want to be seen. Whoever it was didn't want to be seen. And they kicked out the fire and ran.
Is it a big fire or just like a little tiny fire?
It's a little tiny, maybe one person fire.
All right. Do I see anything around? Do I hear anything?
Ain't nothing. Except that abandoned fire.
All right. I'm going to make my way back to camp.
Okay. All right. It is time for the witch vote. Okay. See what we got. Excuse me. Okay. Alrighty. We have our votes in. Thank you very much. All right. Alrighty. We are in day 6. This is the day before Dover. Y'all are all ready, I know. Today is dark, really dark, and so is everybody else, all of you. Sam wakes up. You wake up this morning, Sam, and you cough up a small bit of blood. Just saying.
All right.
All right. You get your cows together. Everything's, besides you being sick, apparently. Everybody else is okay. You pack up your things. You get your things ready. The day goes fairly quiet. You don't see anybody. I mean, there's not really anybody traveling, even though you're getting closer to Dover. There's still nobody traveling for whatever reason. There's a little bit of snow, but it's really dark today.
If I get to Dover and all the people are missing and my husband is gone and the buildings are burned down, I'm going to be mad at somebody.
Oh no!
Can't
I
think
hope
like
not.
that.
Okay, so about lunchtime, about midday, you pass some trees, and there is a murder of crows sitting in the trees.
Where's my damn cow?
They all caw at really loudly, especially as the women pass. They caw at you guys especially. But then they also caw at Jedediah when he asks about the cows. But
So, do we look higher and there's cow carcass way up?
I'm really tempted to do that. I really am, just because. Yeah, there's a cow carcass. Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me the cow was sitting on top of the tree with them.
Well, I mean,
Little wings.
The baby
It's a-
cow is sitting up there smoking a cigar, right?
Right? It's like the kind of
Six
counts
leg.
your herd gives.
That's right. It grew black wings and everything. So yeah, they're calling it you guys, especially the ladies. Let's see. Anything else?
I'm drawing my hood
I've already done
closer
that.
over my head and not looking at the crows.
Okay. Y'all keep going. You pass you pass a couple of people that look like one of them looks like a judge. And they kind of glance at you, but they move on. No trouble between them. They're probably heading to Salem. You may recognize them, Reformation. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm probably just like turning away from them on the road.
Yeah,
him.
yeah, I would do that. Okay. The day goes by quickly. You're glad for it. You guys camp near a stream this evening, which you're thankful for. You're thankful for, and it's actually you actually kind of stop before dark because you're really close to Dover. You're near a stream, and you can take advantage of this. It's a nice chance to kind of clean up and before you go into town, so that you don't look like you've traveled for 6.5 days, right? So if you want to take a bath, you can. Just let me know if you're taking a bath. If you decide not to, that's okay too.
I mean, how cold is it?
Yeah.
It's probably cold.
Okay.
Since I've said it kind of when it's been snowing, yeah, it's probably cold. So it's up to you.
If I take a bath, then she'll expect me to be.
I will.
Let's find out.
The Reverend will definitely boil some water, but he'll also take a quick bath into the cold stream. He'll like just take his clothes off and go into the stream
Okay.
and come out refreshed.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna stay in the wagon. Just cover up with the blanket, knife handy, right
Okay.
hand closed around my thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some water from the stream in my cooking pot, whatever, and boil it, and then kind of go off into the woods and just kind of like wash up a little bit.
Okay.
But I'm not going in the whole stream.
Okay. Anybody else?
If I wash up when I get home, she's expecting like maybe the next baby.
I'm going to wash my face and my hands, but I'm not
Okay.
taking off any clothing.
Okay.
And the Reverend will make sure that his face is shaven and everything, so he looks, much less haggard than he did.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, I might,
All
yeah.
right. You might.
I mean, at most, I might, splash a little water on the face or something, but that's about it.
Okay. No problem. All right. So we all enjoy our versions of bath. We have dinner. It's fairly low key. Today has been really low key, which you guys are kind of relieved about. Even with the crows and everything, it's been pretty low key. Everybody relaxes. It's evening. Maybe not everybody. I mean, Sam probably is not relaxing.
Clearly, none of us have ever seen a horror movie.
Obviously not. They were not created yet. Poor kids.
Here we are relaxing at the climax moment.
Yeah. So, evening falls as usual. Everybody's doing their thing. You go on watch. Night comes, and all is well until, let's see, who's on watch when? Are you still taking, Jim? Are you still taking
I'll take Ben's watch
again?
because
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah,
he's not fit to.
He's screwed. Yeah. All right. So
Okay.
He's going to get to Dover and find that little wife and go, I'm going back to the ocean. Goodbye.
Goodbye. I will not marry you after all. Sorry, love. Okay, so ladies, I know y'all have like early morning watch, right?
Mhm.
So
I think
as you guys are, the two of you are sitting at the fire, you're probably knitting. You see the Reverend walking by. He is up and he is walking. And he's walking towards the woods.
Reverend?
He doesn't answer you. Kind of looks like he's maybe asleep.
Should we chase after and wake him?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Then we'll chase after and try to grab onto him.
Okay,
I've got
walking
my knife out.
Yeah.
I'm about to lose a kidney, aren't I?
Yeah.
Well,
I've
if
been
you don't
scared.
have to
Five.
There's
Uh-oh.
monsters in these woods. I don't know what the situation is.
So you grab hold of him.
Yeah.
You wanna make a roll for that to see if you actually catch him.
That would be
5.
a 6.
Okay, so that's, let me see. Even is, I have to go back and look. Even fails. You failed. You just sort of slipped and didn't grab him, and he's walking towards the woods, and he is asleep. You can tell he's asleep.
I rolled a 5.
Okay, you grab him. You managed to nab him. And when
Nice.
you grab him, Sean, roll a d6 and see if you wake up. Let's see if you wake up.
Okay. 5.
Okay, you wake up, and it probably scares the heck out of you because I figure when sleepwalkers wake up like that, it's probably not good, right?
Cuss damn it! What the cuss damn it happening here? Why are we in the woods? He looks at the two. What are we doing out here together? This is unseemly.
Indeed. You were walking into the woods at top speed.
Why was I going?
We don't know. We were sitting by the fire keeping watch when you came strolling past. You seem to be asleep.
Perhaps God was calling me somewhere, and he'll look around very meaningfully, but we should go back now. We should go back.
I agree.
Yes.
All right. We are going to do one final witch vote. This is the last one. Okay.
Sorry, I'm taking so long. I'm thinking.
No, you're fine.
And we are voting as our characters, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Right.
That's an interesting turn. Oh, wow. We have a tie this time. That's interesting. Let me check and make sure that I am correct about that. Okay. Well,
But there's 5 of us.
there's 5 of you. Yeah, but
One person voted for someone no one else voted for.
yeah, exactly.
Ah.
Okay. So I'm just going to leave it like this because it's not going to really impact because what we're gonna do is this. We're going into day 7, and basically what's gonna happen is this. Y'all are gonna get up day 7, and you're gonna ride into Dover. You arrive in Dover right after lunch. Nothing else crazy happens.
Oh, hallelujah.
Group of people come out to greet you. And now you get to decide who you're going to turn over to the town constable as the witch. If you're going to turn in anybody.
Well,
So do you want to
for-
make this vote privately, or so do you want to do this in private and make a vote and then I'll call the vote, or what do you want to do here?
I
Because
mean,
right now we're tied.
we could discuss. I mean,
You could
however you guys
discuss.
want to do it.
I think you should discuss. I think that would be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
First, it's clearly not me because I'm the one suffering the most on this trip. I don't know. All right. So I have reservations about the minister because he hasn't been taking this whole thing seriously. He hasn't prayed for days up until yesterday. Bond, he seemed to have gotten off this trip pretty light. You know, I mean, he had a cow go mutant, but besides that, what really happened to him? So
And I lost a cow.
Oh, please.
You could easily have
Um,
let a cow go in the night
Mhm.
when we
Right,
were all
yeah.
asleep.
True.
And then
Then I gotta
claim
pay
you
for
didn't
that.
see any tracks. I mean, I didn't look for tracks, so so who knows what's going on there.
And if they were a witch, they would not care about payment. Witches
Right.
have other goals.
So
How do you know that? though?
Well, I
How do you
mean,
know that?
we've got little Queen of Chamomile over here trying to bewitch us all with her teas.
It bewitched no one. It merely assisted in sleep. And
I agree.
Dear Reformation drank it and had no
I'm
trouble.
gonna fall to the ground twitching.
Yeah. He actually falls to the ground twitching as you're discussing this.
mhm.
I
I'm
forgot
convulsing
something.
and
Yeah.
They both were drinking the whiskey from the cart. You thought I did not see it, but I did.
That's true. That's true.
I'm flopping around on the ground like a fish.
Quick,
I'm not
Get a
even
piece
messing
of-
with that.
get a piece of wood in his mouth.
No. I'm done. I'm done with this whole thing. Like, no. I'm not any nastiness that comes up, you guys can handle it. I'm not messing with any more of it. So
I
he
have
can
heard
flop
that
all he
if
wants.
you build a scale, a big scale, and put a duck on one side and then put him on the other, and he weighs the same as the duck, then he's made of wood and is therefore
Oh,
Oh,
witch.
a witch.
I've heard that too somewhere.
Thank you.
That was
Clearly it's
I'm not
science.
that skinny.
that's
And I'm
500-year-old
flopping around.
science.
But the
I
bond
will.
was
I
brand
will
new.
try to stop
Works for my
Bond from
python.
flopping. I'll get down and try to stop him and hold him down. Help me hold the man down.
There is nothing wrong with him. He is
No.
pretending.
Oh my lord.
Possibly to throw
Because
off
I'm
suspicion.
spewing up foam and
Mhm.
everything else.
All right.
Wait, you're spewing up foam?
Yeah. Spewing up foam and flopping around.
You're
And
really dedicated, aren't you?
absolutely.
All right. So
Good Reverend's not going to pray for me?
I'm trying to make sure that you don't kill yourself or bite your tongue off. Is it possible for me to calm him down?
oh sure. Sure you can do that. I won't even make you roll. because it's the end of the game, and sure. why not?
We're surrounded by townsfolk right now, right?
Right. I was about to say I'm going to give you another minute to like discuss and decide, and then you have to make a decision.
I
We're
didn't
gonna
drink
do
your
this
whiskey ass tea, and now I'm flopping on the ground.
You did that on purpose. You're just mad about your cow.
So
I'll explain why he's flopping on the ground now instead of earlier or later.
So, for my part, I don't know that. I don't think that I have enough information to accuse anyone of being a witch. Frankly, I think we've been followed by someone who's been playing tricks on us and trying to turn us against each other. And I know that you're probably going to think that it's me because of this, but I'm going to say that I would not accuse anyone.
Well, now I'm going to say he won't pray for me. He's trying to hold me down and kill me, and he won't pray for me as I flop around on the ground. So
But that is no proof of witchcraft. I mean, no argument. The man is a mess as a reverend and very annoying, but I don't think he's a witch.
I agree. I agree with thee.
well, then you're a witch because you're protecting the witch.
Well,
All right.
with two witches.
So
You know,
both
just-
of us
no,
are witches
just-
because we're women.
Just because they're women, that doesn't
No,
make
you
them
and
a
the
witch.
Reverend are in cahoots. You and
Oh,
your
the
cursed
Reverend.
tea.
Oh,
Wait, who's in cahoots with the Reverend?
You are.
Me?
You and your cursed tea with the Reverend. Y'all were
He
out making
never-
in the woods and
He never drank my tea.
Yeah, I never
exactly.
drank it.
okay. Let me pose a question to the group. If one of you were a witch, okay, you've been coming after me pretty hard here, and if I were to vote that no one is a witch, would you promise to leave me alone for the rest of my life? Okay, that's what I want to know. I mean, bygones be bygones. Okay, I'm going to get on a ship. I'm going to go to Ireland to get married. We can just leave this all behind us, right?
So the devil's in you because the Reverend prayed over you.
How can anyone answer that question?
That is a trick if I ever heard
So
one.
you're saying
Right?
you wouldn't just leave me alone then?
I'm saying it's a question no one can answer, because if we are innocent and meant thee no harm, then we cannot answer the question, for then it makes us appear to be a witch. But if we are a witch, we certainly don't want to give ourselves away. It is a question that is unanswerable.
So you
Classic
see, I
witchcraft.
clearly cannot drink the wine that is in front of me.
Right.
If I stop flopping around, yes, I
Inconceivable.
can have a sip of whiskey because God knows this is driving me to drink.
All right. So are we going to turn anyone in, or have we decided not to turn anyone in?
I'm not going to turn anyone in, but I'll explain why when we're done.
Okay.
I
Sarah, what do you
agree
think?
with.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Sarah.
I obviously I said my point. I don't
Okay.
think I'm going to accuse anyone. I don't think it
All
would
right,
be
Misty.
right.
All right, Misty.
I agree with Reformation. I believe that we, the two women, have been targeted as well, and I don't think that I have enough evidence to say for certain who it might be.
All right, Jedediah. Do you feel like you need to accuse anybody or turn anybody in?
I
Excuse
start
me.
talking and I get struck down, so I'm gonna be a little pissed at this point.
All right.
So knowing my character, it's probably going. The witches, they've been consorting together. They've been together this whole time.
Okay, so is he going
And I
to try to
heard
turn
that
them
she
in?
was tried for being a witch and got cursed the town to get out of it. So it's the two of them.
Okay. Samuel, are you going to turn anybody in?
I just want to be done. Seriously, I'm heading for the boat.
You're just walking away. You're walking
I'm-
away. Okay.
Nice knowing you. we're out.
Okay.
Good luck.
So, Jim, you're saying to turn in the 3 of them or just the 2 ladies?
Just the 2 ladies, because
Okay.
they've been consorting together and they've been together a whole bunch, and well, they're witches. They weigh more
Okay.
than ducks.
So
That means we're not witches.
Right.
He turns the 2 of
I
you
am a
guys
cattle
in.
driver for a living and have
Yeah.
87 kids. I'm not that smart.
So he turns the 2 of you in now. So that ends the game. You guys get turned in. That's the end. Now, do you guys want to know who the witch really was?
Yes.
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 None of you.
Oh,
Knew it. You can check Jessica's messages the whole time. I was saying if I have to vote for someone, it's the Reverend because he's really annoying. But
Yeah.
if I don't have to vote for anyone, I don't want to vote for anyone because I
Yep.
know about false accusation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did that the
That's
whole
all
time. It was amazing how many of you voted for Sean.
I know.
It was
Not a very good
you
reverend.
kept voting for Sean,
Not
and I think it's because he was just so annoying.
Well, that is part of the job description.
I mean,
it
I voted
absolutely
for
is.
him because he wasn't taking the stuff seriously. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? If he had put
And that
more
was a
effort
fair
into it,
vote. Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am very tickled. Did we have a good time? I had a good time.
Yes.
I
I
love
did,
that.
absolutely.
That's great.
Awesome. It's a great game. Bob, we love you and we love your games and we love playing them. And I want to thank you for writing this beautiful, wonderful story and this beautiful, wonderful game. And if you're still on here, big hearts to you, man. Big hearts to you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why
Jedediah
was
was-
Jedediah flopping around?
Yeah, why was
Because
Oh,
she
why
forgot-
was he flopping around? He's epileptic.
Oh,
Yeah.
When was
I
that
was
supposed-
gonna
When
go
was
ahead.
that supposed to happen? Because
That was supposed to happen. When was it supposed to happen? Day 4, I think.
Oh,
It
that
was,
would've
I
been
was supposed to
interesting.
add it in earlier, and when we just were discussing whether or not to go forward, I lost it in the shuffle. That was my fault.
gotcha.
That was the only ball I dropped, which is just amazing.
Yeah, you
Oh,
did a great
great.
job.
Yeah,
Thank
did.
you.
It was great. It was fantastic.
I had good material.
Yeah.
I was just following the material, honest to God, and just adding little bits in. I had something. If Sarah had played the other character she wanted to play, I had a few other fun things planned because the other character she wanted to play was a 16-year-old girl who was pregnant. And
I
was
really
gonna
had
play-
both ends of the.
Yeah, both characters are
it's
fabulous.
not mine.
Yeah, it's not yours. Both characters fabulous, but let me tell you something. You took Reformation and just ran with her, and she was fabulous.
She is.
Oh, I get to
fun,
say the
yeah.
magic words tonight. Oh, yay! So
Yes,
I
you
guess
do.
he's saying it's time to close up. Anyway, before we go, let's go around and tell everybody who you are again, where we can find you, and I'll do the same thing once you guys are done. And we're going to start with Sean, and then go to Sarah and Misty, and Jim and Ben, and then me, and then I'll say the magic words.
All right. I'm SM Hillman. I occasionally host This Week in Indies. I sometimes GM Hit the Dice, and I host our show on indie RPGs, Zero Means You're Dead. You can also find me and my speculative fiction at thewickedboys.com and a lot of conventions around Atlanta.
Hi, my name is SG Tosh. That's what I write under right there. You can find me at sgtosh.com. I appear on Hit the Dice fairly often. I'm on This Week in Indies once in a while, usually the last Sundays of every month, although I'm taking the summer off. My books are all on Amazon. I've got 2 series out, and yeah, check me out.
I'm Misty Massey. I'm the author of the Mad Kestrel series of pirate fantasy adventures, and some other stuff as well. If you want to find out everything I've written, you can find it at mistymassey.com. And when I'm not doing the writery thing, I am also a cast member on the Authors and Dragons Actual Play D&D podcast. We play D&D to its absolute most ridiculous level. Come and give us a listen.
Easiest way to find me and everything I'm into is at jamespeanuttles.com. That'll take you to Continual, where we're doing programming like this all the time. Well, not like this, but we do a ton of shows every week. You can also find me at creatingpros.com, authoressentialsworkshops.com, and of course, you're hanging out on Go Indie quite frequently. And coming up in person, I think the next one I've got is LibertyCon, DragonCon, and Multiverse for the rest of the year.
Hey, I'm author Ben Meeks, and you can find me everywhere online and under author Ben Meeks. I'm a urban fantasy and lit RPG author, so come check it out.
And I'm Jessica Nettles. You can find me at jessicanettlesauthor.com. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram, where you can see my pictures of my cats and crochet and a bunch of other things. My next event is next weekend at Viking Alchemist Meadery. Come on out and see my books and my crochet and other things. And as always, it's always time to go indie now.